How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's all doing well. Thanks for tuning in to my new channel, which is going to be, a rugby channel where we mainly talk anything rugby, such as team selections, predictions, betting odds, tournaments, rule changes, all kinds of things, everything rugby, pretty much. So, thanks for tuning in to my first video on this channel. This video is going to be about my predictions for the first two games and taking place this weekend, which are Super Rugby AU. First game in the morning is going to be the Reds and the Waratahs, followed up by the Brumbies and the Force. Now, in the first game in the morning, like I said, it's the Reds versus the Waratahs. I like the Reds in this matchup. I think they're a pretty young, physical side. Got a lot of players in the team that I like. Hunter Paisami, Jordan Pataya, James O'Connor, Tate McDermott, Harry Wilson, Taneli Tupou. I see he's on the bench for tomorrow's game. But they're a very physical side. They were a very physical side last season. I see they've kept most of their young stars, which I like, obviously. It's a good look. Got Brad Thorne as the coach. He's obviously based on the physical mindset. You win the battle in the trenches and up front, and you win the physical side of it, you're most likely going to win the whole match. And of course, they do have the skillful players, as I mentioned. The James O'Connors, the Tate McDermotts. They got the flash out wide, Philip Dangunu, Jordan Pataya, physical and skilled. So, like I say, I like this team, very physical team. The Waratahs, now they got some nice players as well. Obviously, all teams do, but going into this matchup, I'm going to be taking the Reds to win this game. And if I'm going to place a bet on this match, I'll take the Reds minus the points. So I think it's Reds minus 6.5 or so. So that's what I would take in this matchup. I think the Reds, if the Reds have still got the same forward pack, I think their forwards are going to gain dominance over the Waratahs. That's been a big weakness for the Waratahs over the past couple of years. They struggle at scrum time, front row problems, and they seem to really struggle at scrum time. And the Reds have a big physical forward pack. So I'll take the Reds to gain the victory in this matchup through brutalizing them and through physicality. The Waratahs also lost Michael Hooper this off-season. He's not returning. They also haven't had Bernard Foley for a while. It's a big loss. They still really haven't, in my opinion, found a solid number 10 to, replace Foley. So they're still struggling and still looking. But they do have some solid players. I like Jack Maddox. He used to be at the Rebels. Jack Dempsey's a good, solid player. But Jack Gordon, he's okay as well. In this matchup, though, I like the Reds, like I say. Reds minus the points. I think it's minus 6.5 points. That's what I'll take. I think the Reds will win this match probably by about 10 points, maybe slightly more, 10 or 12 points. That's my prediction for this matchup. Right, next up, then you have the Western Force versus the Brumbies. Now, previously, the Western Force had been quite weak when they were still in Super Rugby. That's why they got kicked out of Super Rugby. Although they were, still decent, but they got kicked out of Super Rugby. There was, a whole bunch of drama with that. But they're back in now. So they're back in the tournament. And I like the look of the team. They've made a lot of good signings, in my opinion. They got Rob Kearney, Tavita Kunadrani. They got Kyle Godwin. They still had him. I mean, they had him before, but I like him as a player. Still got Marcel Brocky, South African player. He's from down here. John O'Lance. He's a good, solid player. Very good experience. I believe they also got Domingo Miotti at 10. He's not picked this weekend, but he's a good up-and-coming fly-off. Renat Stander, South African player. Or Thomas Lozana, I like that signing. Very good signing, in my opinion. Very good loose forward. Very physical as well. Jeremy Thrush, bit of experience there. Medrano, nice signing. To me, Andrew Reddy on the bench, it's a good hooker. Andrew Reddy. I believe he used to play at the Reds a while ago. I like him. Quite a hard player. Jack McIntyre. So Thomas Kubeli, very good signing at scrum half as well. So overall, a very solid team with a lot of good experience, big names. I like the look of the team. I think they're going to be pretty solid this season. I think they're going to be might even be a dark horse to possibly win the whole tournament. I'm not sure how gelled together they are already this early in the season. It might take them a couple of games to get everything smoothed out and get everything working smoothly and everything clicking. But we're going to see how it goes tomorrow. They've got a lot of good experienced names and some young talent as well. So I really like the look of the Force for once. I haven't been a big fan of the Force. I always used to find them a bit boring. But this looks like quite an exciting team to me. Then the Brumbies, they're a solid team. They got a lot of good players. Tom Banks, Muirhead, Ikatau, I think that's a exciting new player. Ire Simone, they still got him. Lolesio, it's a good player, young talent. They got Nick White, that's a big move. Brought him back, good experience. Saw how good he was for Australia. Pete Samu, big player, big name. Good ball carrier, good skills for a number 8. Valentini, a lot of hype around him. Hasn't really lived up to it yet, but hearing this is possibly going to be the season. He has a breakout season. Nice player. Ala Alatoa, solid. Falafayanga, very solid. James Slipper, so a very good front row for the Brumbies. That might be something that could win them this match. Looking at the bench, But so in this matchup, the Brumbies are favoured. Not as big of favourites as they've been in the past when the Force were, not as great. But with these new signings the Force have made, I see that there has been some money coming in on the Force, and the odds have actually tightened up a bit. Still, Brumbies quite solid favourites. But yeah, I think this match is going to be pretty close. I think it's going to be very close. But I'm going to be picking the Brumbies in this matchup. I haven't obviously seen this Force team play together yet, so I do think they're going to be very good. But I think it's going to be a close matchup. But the thing that's really making me pick the Brumbies is that Brumbies front row. I think the Brumbies forwards are going to be able to, especially with that front row, gain dominance up front and in the scrums. And I think that's going to be very important in a close match. And obviously you've seen the Brumbies maul, very dominant maul, very dominant forward pack. Hard to pick against them at this moment. So like I say, I'm going to pick the Brumbies probably by about 7 points to win this match. Although I wouldn't be surprised at all if this Western Force pulls the upset, seeing some of these signings that they've got. But that's my prediction. I'm going to take the Reds probably by about 10 and the Brumbies by about 7. That's how I see this first week playing out. Thanks for listening to this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts below, in the comments below. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you again soon. Cheers.